Hello, hello. Welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. How are you? I pray you're doing well wherever you are. Sending you the purest of love and light. Remember, God is for us. Who can be against us? We are blessed and highly favored, and we are secured. We are anchored in the Savior's love. I certainly hope and pray that you had a wonderful Easter. For me, yes, it was really good, peaceful, just reflecting on the goodness and the greatness of God and being thankful, being thankful. Like the song says, when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he has done for me, my soul cries out, hallelujah, thank God for saving me. And so it's just thinking about the goodness, like I said, and the greatness of God. Because as for God so loved the world that he gave us his only son, his only begotten son. And he came so that none of us would perish, but we would have everlasting, eternal life with him. And so, yes, I believe in the cross. I believe in the resurrection. I believe in the blood. And I believe that Jesus died and he rose again on the third day. Now, everybody's welcome. I am not prejudiced, not biased, but it's important that you also know who I am and who I believe in. And so that's my faith. On Christ the solid rock I stand. So again, so let's get into the word. Again, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscription. Thank you for your comments. I love hearing from you. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, sis, for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. May God continue, and I know he will, to bless you and to increase you in a mighty way, in a mighty way. You're blessed. Thank you. So yeah, so a lot of these people, they're still up to no good. A lot of them, again, we know the enemy does not stop working, but we also know neither does our God, because he sees everything. He sees what the devil is doing and what his minions are doing. And so for a lot of you, a lot of us, these people, they're still up to no good, sending out their psychic attacks. So whatever they can do to try to pretty much, they don't want you, they don't want us to have peace. But I know that with our God, it's peace be still. And because he's up all night, it's like we can go to sleep. So a lot of these people, even though they're doing these attacks, because they know that they have already lost. As I was pre-shuffling, I saw cards like their plans backfired. For a lot of them, they're trying to still hold on as if they're in control, especially when they're out among other people. But it's like that house that is on that edge, like on a rock, teetering, squeaking side by side. They're trying to hold it together. It's like a tower in reverse. They know that this thing at some point it's going to crash, but it's like they're holding on for dear life. And so they're still working hard to carry out their attacks, to carry out their evil deeds. Again, they're using what they know is best. And so we know who is best, because who is best is with us. He's in us. So a lot of these people, they are losing control. But like I said, they're trying to present this appearance as if they're in control. They have it all together. They're not bothered. They're not stressed. They're not giving up so easily. But they know that it's only in a matter of time, because even for us, when we're trying to avoid certain things in our life, we know that God divine, he'll step in and he'll create a tower to change things so that everything is exposed, and everything just level down. So it doesn't matter how long they try to put on the show, it's only for a matter of time. And so for some of these people, they either are doing this now, or they have done it in the past, or they're planning on doing it in the future. but they've traveled overseas to do spell work. So a lot of them, yes, they're getting help from overseas. And at the back here, it says they hired a hitman. They hired a hitman. So again, for a lot of these people, they are desperate, because I believe for a lot of these people that the things that they planned for you, for us, they didn't expect it to work out this way. They thought that they had it in the bag. They thought that everything would just work out according to their plans. You and I, we would never live to tell the story. And so now when everything is, it's blown back, blown up in their faces, they're ashamed, they're embarrassed. Now, some of them, again, it could have happened in the past. They can be thinking about this now or in the future to hire a hitman. But let me tell you, the weapons may form, but they will not prosper. And this is why, even for myself, it is so important for me to tell my message, to put it out there in the public. Because for a lot of the people, when they were coming at me or tried to hurt me in the past, they told me, I don't have anybody to talk to, or I don't have anybody to complain to. So it's like being isolated and alone is as if they could attack me and I would have nobody to defend me or to speak up for me. And so, yes, I'm putting my messages out there in the public. So that means anything that happens to me, they know it goes right back to all of the fake families, fake friends and associates in my local community. People who own funeral homes, people, yes, it goes right back to them. Because this is what they want us to do. They want us to be isolated. Like I said, they're still on their prowl. They're still not giving up. So yes, they're hiring, but we know the weapons may form, but they won't prosper. And so it says here, time for a fresh start, a new beginning. So yes, cycles will be closed out. Chapters are going to end. And these people, they're going to get it in a really, really sad way, the hard way, because it's like they're too dumb to quit. And they're going to learn that wickedness or evil does not pay. It does not pay to do wickedness. Evil does not pay. Because I'm telling you, wow, look, FBI is also spying. So a lot of these people, like I said, they came up with the most creative things in the past and ways of how they're gonna take us out, but it didn't go according to plan. And so for a lot of you, a lot of us, they may want to keep it going to silence us, or they want to send witchcraft our way to try to attack. And so some of these people too, even maybe it's after doing this or while they're doing this, they want to apologize, but it says it's too late to apologize. Because again, a lot of these people, they're just sorry because they're exposed. They're sorry that they're caught. You've already forgiven these people. For some of you, this is a distorted feminine. Somebody who is just karmic, bitter, nasty, evil, conniving, jealous, envious, manipulative, a kitchen witch, and a very psychotic one as well. So they may want to come around to say that they're apologized. A lot of people will want to come back to say that they're sorry, but what they need to do is to go and repent, talk to God, ask God for forgiveness. Because the truth is that we already know, it's already out in the open, they're exposed. So we don't need you to come now, because why? What are you sorry about? Because you didn't take us out? You didn't unalive us? You didn't make us crazy? You tried everything in the book, and because it didn't manifest, then now you want to come back? I mean, who do you think is stupid That's stupid. And if anybody's thinking about going back to cuddle up, cozy up with these people who you know have been working against you, let me tell you, anything that you get, you deserve it. Anything that you get, you deserve it. Because what they're going to do now is to make sure that the way they were sloppy in the past, that they have everything together now. And they're going to make sure that they accomplish what they set out for. Like I've said in other videos, I'm not saying people don't change. But sometimes people change, but it's for them to move on, to be in other relationships where they can be different, you know, this new person with this other person or people in their lives. But as for you, for us, that chapter is closed. It's a lesson learned. So a lot of them, they're losing control. I mean, even if they're in public, they're looking as if they have it all together. It's like being a functional drunk. But really, they know they're losing it. Yeah, for a lot of you, a lot of us move in silence, because a lot of these people, they're trying to figure out what it is that you're working on, or what is it that's coming into your life right now. Confirmation. They're getting readings to see who is coming in, what you're doing, how you're doing. Spirit is saying move in silence. And so I just ask right now that divine will cover us under his blood to protect us as well. Some of these people, while they're doing their plans, they could be traveling overseas and doing it in silence as well. They're not letting anybody know what they're doing. But see, look, iniquity workers will perish. Anybody who dibble and dabbles in, anybody who plays with iniquity. We already saw the card that evil or badness, it does not pay. It doesn't pay. Because again, who is going to pay you? The devil has nothing. He's nothing. He owns nothing. And we're seeing it more and more every day. That any fakeness, that the foundation that the devil gave people things on, when he's ready like a matchstick, he's just removing, you know, everything one by one. And people and their lives are falling apart. He doesn't own anything. It's almost as if he lends people something for a little bit to get them all hype up, and then when he's finished with them, he need to take that to give it to somebody else. So in order to take that to give to somebody else, he must destroy the person who had it before. He's not loyal to anybody. So yes, iniquity workers, they will perish. Touch not God's anointed and do his prophets no harm. And it's because of that we will not fear. We will fear no evil. We will fear no one. We will fear nothing. We don't care who you hire, what you do. Like Paul says, to live is Christ and to die is gain. Either way, we are in the presence of God. And you know what? Even for those persons who have passed away, who are no longer here because of evil and iniquity, people, at the end of the day, none of us escape this life alive anyway. It doesn't matter whether those evil people live another 10, 5, 20 years. At some point, you're going to die anyway. But you know what? It's eternal torment for you. Eternal torment for you. And the beauty is that God is not going to let any of us leave this earth, this life. His people, he's not going to allow us to leave until we have accomplished what we set out to do. the plans that he placed inside of us. So what you're doing, it is futile. It will be futile. So for a lot of you, these people have been doing these things because they wanted your soulmate. So they were doing love spell and love magic. So again, a lot of these people, the only thing they know is evil. That's the only thing they know. Everything they have to do, it has to come from the devil, iniquity. It's evil, hatred. And so for a lot of these people, a lot of divine counterparts, and look, it says here at the back, sending death magic to divine counterparts and your victory, expose them. A lot of these people, they're copycats, they're doppelganger. Yes, and yes, they're scared right now. It says they are scared right now. Magic backfired. So everything that they have been working on, this is why they're scared. They're losing control. But it's like for a lot of them, they're too dumb to give up. They're too dumb to stop. They don't want to stop. Wow. See, for a lot of these people, I'm telling you, yeah, death. Death to them, or a lot of them, this is what they have been trying to do, to cast death spells on us as well. Trying to end, to harm, to create harm. So like I said, a lot of them, they want to come back to apologize. It's only because they weren't successful in carrying out the wishes that they had for you and for us. In whatever way, whether it's death to your relationships, your finances, your plans. But they wanted to create an end to these people. And I'm telling you, these people, the same ditch that they dig, they're going to fall into it. Yeah, a lot of these people, they're losing control. See, these third parties, these people who are our friends, who teamed up, who networked to come against you. Like I said, they thought they had it in the bag, thumbs up. They were excited. Now they're losing control. They're losing control, but a lot of them, they're trying to move in silence to be more discreet in what they're doing moving forward. So again, let us not be fooled by the plans of the enemy. Nothing changes. It's the same three tricks. Lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. So we saw the magic and the love spell and the glamour. So a lot of these people, I think I shared in another video, if it's romantic partner, when they know that they are not suitable for you and they're sent from the devil, they have to use glamour spells to make themselves look more handsome, more beautiful than they are. It's like to trick you, to create an illusion, a lie, a falseness. Again, they're trying to take on the personality, the traits, and the characteristics of a divine masculine or feminine. Remember, they work for the father of lies. So don't expect anything different from them. So when they're coming back that they change and they want something different, no, it's not true. It's just so now that they can be successful to carry out the plans. Because a lot of them, they are embarrassed because they failed. A lot of them, they were promised money to end you. And because they weren't successful, now they want to come back to seal the deal. He that hath ears to hear, let them hear. Let them hear. So a lot of these people, yeah, it's like with their psychic attacks, they're doing things, creating death spells and all of these with their friends. They're moving in silence. A lot of them, they're celebrating. They were because they thought that they had it in the bag. Yeah, they traveled overseas But now it's like there's a lot of conflict, a lot of dispute and quarreling among them. It's like they can't get it together, because guess what? A lot of these people, people are now holding them accountable, like, why did you lie to us? Because now they're realizing that they were a part of something that was not true. They're realizing that the person who they believed in lied to them all along. And so now these people, they're at it. You know, sometimes you're in like a situation where people they came together just so that they could fight you. Like comrades, they came together just for the cause of you. People you don't know, just because everybody is after you, they wanted to do something to you, so they all joined together. But the moment you remove yourself, or God remove you from them, what is there left for them to do? But it's like to eat each other. Now they're criticizing each other, picking each other apart, questioning themselves. Because a lot of these people who were involved in this situation, they were in so deep, just so fiery up, that they didn't ask question. It's like it's after the fact where they realized they were a part of the devil's plan, something that was demonic and toxic, that now they're questioning themselves as to who they are. Why were they a part of something so evilous? Yeah, for a lot of you, a lot of us, you're just relaxing. You're relaxing. Because like I said, the plans, it will not prosper. It won't work. It won't work. Because if anything, this past weekend with the death and resurrection of Jesus, is that the enemies thought that they had him down. They thought that by killing him, they would silence him. That would be the end of it. But that was only the beginning. That was only the beginning. So yes, it's like for us, it's peace be still. God fights our battles. They have the devil and they still have to be fighting their own battles. Yeah, a lot of these people, they were like the third wheel. Enemies, distrust, flirtatious, like I said, with those glamour magic. They're trying to make themselves look beautiful, look cute, look handsome. But I'm telling you, it's like once that spell works, it wears off. When you see these people, it's like you can't believe that you were in the company of these people, because when you look in their eyes, you'll be able to see the hate, the jealousy, the envy. So yeah, a lot of people came together. They came together. But see, a lot of these people too, you know how they say things happen in three? They're going to be put to death. They're going to be put to death, because that's what they wanted for you. That's what they wanted for us. Yes, I'm telling you. Yeah, you're going to get good news. Miracle. Miracle is going to happen. Because what they didn't want you to have, you're going to have it. Because God said it's yours. And if God says it, he's going to do it. He's going to pour out on you his oil, his favor, his anointing. For a lot of you, you pray, you're a believer, and you're protected. You're covered under the blood, the oil. Wow, you're anointed. He anointed your head with oil, and your cup run it over. Yeah, you're a good person. You're a God person. And so this is why you will be acknowledged, you will be rewarded. Well done, good and faithful servant. For your morality, for your goodness, your kindness. You are here as an earth angel for a greater good, to serve humanity. This is what they didn't like. They didn't want people to see you, to hear you. They wanted to steal your light. to make it seem as if they are the good ones. They are the God ones. When in fact they're working for the devil. Yes, a lot of you persevere. A lot of hurdles. Again, they traveled overseas to do evil work, to set up obstacles in your way. So you would trip up, you would fail. You would be too busy picking up the pieces for people to even know you, to see you. Too many problems and troubles would be in your life. You would be too busy like Cinderella, that nobody, you would miss your moment. But wow, with such ease, with such grace, but by the grace of God, you overcame. You are victorious. You're an overcomer. You're an overcomer. And this is why, look, triumph, success, victory, and achievement, it's here for you. It's here for you. I love it. I love it. I love it for you. I love it for us. Wow. Yeah, a lot of these people, 5 of Swords. It's the conflict. It's the drama. And like in the last video I shared with, they steal your clothes and your hair. A lot of these people, this is what they do. They take your things to people who work witchcraft. Because again, it's like your energy is in those things. So that's a way of trapping you, of doing whatever it is that they want to do, whatever their intentions are or were. But the beauty about it is that we're covered. And this is why I'm telling you, they want to come back to say that they're sorry now, but it's too late. They're only sorry because they didn't get to do what they need to do. Yeah. The Emperor. So for, again, the Emperor, even though, yes, it's a boss, it's a leader, but it could just be even just a father figure. And again, it's an energy. It could even be a female who wants to put on as if he or she is still in control, you know? But again, this person, if they're in their low vibration, they're spiraling out of control. They love to have control. And when they don't have control, they go bonkers. So even though they may sit there as if all is well, I mean, it's like over his head is like a time machine just grinding away. Like a clock just grinding away. They're on edge. Yeah, so a lot of these people, and with the Page of Pentacles, yeah, they were spending money to either to go and learn witchcraft overseas, or they were paying money. But again, it's like a lot of these people who are working in iniquity, they are novice. They're not even experienced. Because if they were going to somebody who was genuine, that person could tell them, look, don't mess with that one. That's a child of God. Don't mess with that one. The Queen of Pentacles, don't mess with that one. That one is stable. They're loyal. And again, for a lot of you with the Death card, like I said, your finances, they wanted to put an end to your finances, or to you, a King or Queen of Pentacles. Again, this is an energy. Because we saw they hired a hitman. Yeah, the Ace of Swords, the truth here. You're getting the confirmation, the yes, the clarity of what these people have been doing behind your back. And you look back here, it's like a lot of just magical things happening there. You know, like electricity. Things, these people were sparking up stuff in the background there. Yeah. The Knight of Wands. So, you know, just a lot of people with player energy here. They were using this wand to cast spell, even to create a conflict in your life too. But now it backfired. They are the ones having conflict in their lives. You're relaxed, King of Wands. You're passionate, you're creative, you're inspirational, you're driven, you're a go-getter. Yeah, these third wheels, they're having conflict. They did this because they were jealous. They were competing and they wanted to win at all costs. It's like all of these people they came to gang up against you. And like I said, a lot of them now, they're having regrets because they have no idea what they were fighting for. They just looked at you and for whatever reason, I don't like him, I don't like her. And then they all joined together. But now when they see how the cookie crumbles, they're asking themselves why they did what they did. Good news here with the Six of Pentacles. So a lot of you're going to have equal give and take in your life. God is going to restore, and it has the scale here. Balance is going to be restored in your life because that's what they didn't want. Like I said, they wanted you to be so backed up, so stressed, so out of it. This is why they gather all of these people to come against you. We have a lot of third parties here. Three of Swords. I'm telling you, they wanted you to have heartache, heartbreak, and betrayal. But this is over the libation card here. For a lot of you are healed and you are restored. It won't work. Yeah, you're resting now, Four of Swords. And now that you persevered, you are now the King or Queen of Swords. You know the truth. You know what they're doing. Everything is exposed. And now it's come correct or do not come at all. You're not playing with it. No time for the nonsense or the drama. And again, yeah, the Fool, new beginnings, fresh start. I love it for you and I love it for us. Until next time, be blessed.